Good evening, Speed Gaming 3. I am Nerdy Shuffle, and this is our SMZ3 community race. Welcome aboard tonight, or today, whatever time you have on this lovely Friday/Saturday. Tonight is going to be a hard race, which means that Super Metroid is going to be open to a lot of additional things tonight. The things the game teaches you, as well as some other potential tricks up to and including maybe Suitless Meridia. We'll have to find out. It's 774. What does that mean? It means we're going to have 7 crystals in Zelda. You need 7 crystals to get into Ganon's tower, and there are 4 Metroid tokens. But the tokens and the crystals and the pendants are randomized across both games. So you could have all 4 Metroid boss tokens in Zelda and 4 crystals in Super Metroid. We will see how that develops once our racers get started here in just a minute. Our race tonight features 2 good racers, Nito-rific and Sky. Please make sure you subscribe to them. They're going to give us a great show tonight. We also have tracking for us tonight, Kif. Make sure you thank Kif in the chat. They are the reason that we are able to do this stream tonight. No tracker, no stream. So thank you very much, Kif, for helping us out tonight. And here we go. If you're first time coming to SMZ3, welcome. They're going to start on the planet Zebes in Super Metroid. A game always starts in Super Metroid, so to allow for the customization of controls. But usually the players will go straight to Hyrule. There's a lot more you can do in the early game in Hyrule. Even in hard mode, there are only 2 items in Logic and Super Metroid at this point. And both players going into Hyrule as expected. We'll see if they jump into Lake Hylia Island to see what is there. And a sword! Ooh! Okay, early sword on Lake Hylia. We probably will see that, but that is a long ways off. We need mirror. We need flips. We need gloves. That's a ways away. Looks like we've got a Metroid token, a crystal, and a pendant in Zelda Light World. I think it was a green pendant on Tower of Hera. So that could be worthy of a dip. Looks like Sky's banana is in pajamas, is going for the Houlihan. Meanwhile, Nito's ninja is going to see the uncle. And, you know, for the banana, I see the appeal of going for the Houlihan. And I'm sorry, if it's your first time hearing me, I do tend to make those horrible bad puns. Stun prize available early here. Good call in the chat. 4 bombs as well. That's a nice hit. Nice drop. Meanwhile, Sky getting those gems from the Houlihan room. 225 rupees. That's a nice start. Let's see what the uncle has. More power bombs. Nice to have. So let's see where he goes into the sanctuary. Gets a burrito. That's the map, by the way. So dungeon item, not necessary. Does tell us there's probably more items inside the front of escape. Sky following in Nito's path up to the uncle. Taking care of those knights, or the guards first. So it looks like we've got Nito heading up toward tree pool here. Probably more bombs at the tree pool. Very nice. Bombs are not going to be a problem here in this early seed. And the crab is more rupees. Going to check the lumberjack cave. What do we got here? It is money, rupees. It looks like 50 rupees. It's a nice amount, but we're probably not going to see that unless this is an AGA 1 required seed. And for hard mode, that's rare. It's possible to have hard required Agadim, but I wouldn't expect it. At least not yet. Nito going to the Lost Woods. Sky going south. Interesting. Nito picking up the super missiles. It looks like Sky is probably going to go to the dam. Nito going down into the Thieves' hideout. Finds more super missiles. So we got Peebs and supers. We'll be pretty well armed to Super Metroid when we get there. Magic drop, using the boomerang to pick those up. Nicely done. Sky goes out, and the drain dam is 50 bucks. Sky's going to pass on that for now and go collect this chest inside the dam for the Cane of Burna. Now, that's a nice item. It gives invincibility. It puts Spike Cave in logic. We're a long way from Spike Cave, so it puts it in logic when we have access to the area. We don't really have access to the area yet. Nito, meanwhile, going down into Blind's house. Guy going over to see Agina. It's an out-of-the-way check, but it could pay off if there's something over here. Only one item. Inside, we have Red Rupee Power Glove. That's a big first item. And the hook shot. Ho-ho, baby. Super missile as well. Big finds here. Hook shot and Power Glove. And here in the back, more supers. They are ready to go. They almost have enough supers to go kill Ridley already. Guy going into Agina and finds regular missiles. But Nito hitting the jackpot here. I'm sure Sky will be getting into Kakariko pretty soon to get those. Nito going over to the well. Sky sees the distribution of the bosses here in the light world. First chest in the cave is missiles. Going to the back now for a rupee. Big 20. Missiles. Big 20. And 5 arrows, but it does arrow capacity upgrade. But we do have 107 rupees on Nito's side. So without the Houlihan, they now have enough to go see the bottle vendor. They don't have to wait on this item. And he's a bomb vendor today. So very interesting indeed. Over to the chicken hut. Meanwhile, Sky collecting more money. Let's see what's in here. And a bomb capacity upgrade. Not what we needed, but with the hook shot and the power glove, we've got quite a bit. Viddy pointing out in the chat that they have an out-of-logic EDM already in play. In the back of the tavern, more supers. Sky is going over to Mini Moldorm Cave, another big early concentration area. There's more supers over here, then we definitely could go to Lower Norfair and kill Ridley with that super missile count. There's, of course, you don't want to this early, and while you could without Varia, you'd rather not. You do need some E-tanks. You need at least 3. I didn't see what was in the library. Let's see on the restream. I missed it. A bomb in the library, and not much in Mini Moldorm either. So the play is in Kakariko to get that hook shot in the power glove. Sky making their way over to Ice Palace. Nito going to run the race game. Let's see, will it pay off? Sky stunning the crabs. There's our first E-tank. That's really nice, especially in hard mode where lava dives could be required. Or hell runs could be required, I should say. Both. Good early find. Oh, morph ball bombs in the library. Aha! That's more important. That is a can fly item, so that is going to be really crucial once we find the boots. Sky going into the Ice Rod Cave. Meanwhile, Nito going to the back of Escape. The mushroom, a fetch quest. Sky could turn in that fetch quest. Maybe that's the morph ball. We don't know. Small key, bottle, E-tank. 2 E-tanks. We have a bottle, so the sick kid is now in logic, so maybe Nito goes right back to Kakariko with that bottle. Meanwhile, Sky going over here, I'm guessing to the areas that Nito's already checked in the Lost Woods. Nito probably going south to check the areas that Sky has already cleaned out. Because of the unorthodox path of Sky, we've already seen a lot of the early game because of both players. You had Nito going into the dam. Gets their Cave of Verna. Nice clip there with the hook shot through the block, so they can do 2 checks at once here. Sky gets the news that Aga's ledge is just some money. Nito's going to pick up those 50 rupees. Remember, Nito did not do the hula hand play, so more important for them to get it. Now they're up to $60. 60 rupees, I should say. Nito going over to the mini Moldorm. We know there's nothing there, but it is still a high concentration area. Sky getting more power, more super missiles. The hook shot is a great weapon to use against these mini Moldorms. Finally got him. Moldorm's being a troll already. As we saw, big 20 missiles. 300 rupees, which is the best thing in here. The single arrow and more missiles. Sky does have enough money to go over with the glove once they get it to go see the scam fish. It will be in logic. Once they have the morph ball, though, with all the ammunition they've gotten, Metroid is wide open with all these power bombs and supers. So they might make a beeline over Super Metroid once they find that morph ball. Of course, there are a few locations in Super Metroid that you can potentially get to through other entrances here in Zelda. But we're not quite there yet. Death Mountain is open with the glove. You could go up there out of logic. We saw that earlier in the chat, but no lamp, so it's not the logical play the game is asking us to do. So that's up to the players to decide. Kev pointing out in the chat, I've never seen so many early supers and peebs. I agree with that. This is a lot. We don't track those in the tracker, but there are a lot of them. This seed is very ammo heavy for Super Metroid early on. And Zelda, considering all the bomb drops. Nito is now going over to, I'm thinking, Sahasrara. Here there are 3 items in the back of Sahasrara. We know where the green pennant is, so no need to talk to him about that. We'll see what he's got in the back of his closet. We've got the Ice Beam, Heart Piece, and missiles. The Ice Beam does open up Red Tower. That is not a great first item in hard mode. Well, even in normal mode, you don't like seeing Ice Beam at this point because you could go over to Red Tower with the Ice Beam and get into Alpha Power Bombs. And maybe that's the play. Nito is going into Eastern Palace, however. Eastern is a crystal, so it has to be cleared. But they don't have the bow, so it's going to be a double dip for Nito. We'll see if there's anything here, and if not, will Sky avoid Eastern Palace for now. Nito, meanwhile, going back down south. Gonna check the library, see the morph ball bombs on the library ledge. There they are, and gonna go get the race game. More ammo down there. Nothing in the first chest of Eastern. Nito continuing into the dungeon. Biddy pointing out in chat that if we find Varia or more E-Tanks, Ice Beam could also unlock Bubble Mountain. That is absolutely correct. We're at 2 E-Tanks at this point, so we're not there in terms of a Hell Run. We don't have Varia either, so not there yet, but could happen soon. The compass showing up in Eastern Palace, nothing there. Sky getting their E-Tank from the race game. Sky going back to the Sanctuary. We'll see where they end up. My guess is to the back of Escape with that glove. No, going in their direction. Nito into the skeleton room. And getting the early hit on those. Well done. Getting the big key, so Nito can check that right here without having to go all the way around first. That's a nice find for convenience. Let's see. In the big key, or big chest, is just 3 bombs. Sky is going to break logic and go up Death Mountain. Our runners know these dark rooms fairly well. Rescuing the old man and without a lamp is pretty common in SMZ3. One of the very first things you tend to learn without a lamp, just because it gives you the spawn point on Death Mountain, which is incredibly convenient, as it is near the portal into the business center in Norfair. Going up to Death Mountain at this point does make a lot of sense. There's a lot of items there, as Viddy points out. We'll see what the old man has. Just a big 20, but you do now have that spawn point. Nito, in the last check in Eastern they can make, trying to respawn the room. And having a little bit of trouble getting that switch to spawn. So we're going to do it the attended strat and kill all the enemies to disperse the anti-fairies. Nice bomb drop. We've got, oh, nicely done over on Sky's side into Metroid. Killing that enemy. Oh, Nito takes a death. That's unfortunate. High jump area, Sky. Oh, and then just a big 20 at the Crocomire escape. So these 2 items have shown nothing. Let's see if Sky goes even further in SM or goes back to Zelda. And going to go back to Zelda. That seems logical. Nito is going to abandon that item. It is out of logic in Eastern, so even if it could be progression, it's not the progression they're needed right now. And Nito will have to get back to it eventually once they get their bow and their lamp. Sky going even further in Death Mountain. We're going to see what's on Spectacle Rock. More supers. What's inside Spectacle Rock? Blue mail. That's a nice defense. Will they go get it? Let's see. Nito going into the front of Escape. Sky is going to pick up that blue mail. They haven't found a heart container yet, so I do not blame them at all in this decision. Let's see what color the pajamas change into. Using bomb strats on the guards here. Another bottle. Guy now wearing the green pajamas. Looking very snazzy. Nito continuing down the escape. Guy getting hit by the cabbage going up the ladder. Guessing with the hook shot going to go over to East Death Mountain, and I don't see why not. You've broken the logic here. You're going over to Paradox Cave, and there are so many items over here, plus the Spiral Cave, which feels bad without the boots, but is one more item they can check off the list. 50 rupees here in this room. But the main attraction right now is over here on the right. Let's see what Sky finds in Paradox Cave. Reserve tank and magic powder. Magic powder, of course, is a good defense in the game, but also in terms of progression, could have something at magic bat once we can check that. And once again, using that hook shot to its good strat on the mini Moldorms. Nito stunning the guards here. Oh, Moon Pearl showing up here in Paradox Cave. Missile pack, and bomb upgrade. But we've got Merle. Merle has shown up, and Sky is no more haggard for finding it. The Moon Pearl. So Sky now can be a banana in the Dark World. We would need one more glove or a hammer to get Dark World access. But once they get there, they will be able to actually stay there. So that Moon Pearl is very nice. An E-Tank on the floating island. Remember, in hard mode, E-Tanks are critical. So we probably will be getting that later. As Viddy points out in the chat, the magic powder showing up also means there's no need to scum the mushroom. You can play the mushroom as intended at the witch and turn it in as you would expect. No fake powder needed. We'll see how long it takes our runners to go over and turn in that mushroom. At the bottom of Spiral Cave is the flute. Okay. I'm guessing Sky's going to go back to Kakariko and activate that flute. No, goes to the sanctuary. So might be going to Kakariko. We'll see. Remember, the flute and the Moon Pearl are out of logic because there's no lamp. And we have our DM logical access items out of logic, as Viddy points. Good point out in the chat. They're out of logic, so we don't really know the logical path. We do have access, though. Nito going to turn in the mushroom. Meanwhile, Sky is freeing the goose. Please put your salute in chat for the goose is loose. The duck is out. All hail the duck. Please put your duck salutes in the chat. The mushroom is just 3 bombs. Does not buy any potions while they're there. Guy doing a fake flipper. Go up and check. Guessing the waterfall cave, because with Moon Pearl you can check that. But first, going to see the man under the bridge. See what's over here. Again, this is out of logic. Nito going up Death Mountain, out of logic. Bomb capacity upgrade, not what we were looking for. Kiff saying the mushroom turn-in or sick kid probably have lamp or mirror. That is entirely possible at this point. Mushroom turn-in we know isn't it, but sick kid could have the lamp or the mirror to put these things into logic. So I think going to see the sick kid is a good idea. Guy going to the portal down here. That will take them up here to the waterfall cave. To go in. Come back out. Go back in. Oh, and Nito takes a death. Sky heading over to Zora. Zora is in logic with the power glove. And Sky has enough money. Nito does not. So if there is something there, Nito will need to get a few more rupees. What's on Zora's ledge? Just some missiles. But perhaps the scam fish is not the scam today. Perhaps today he's the answer. The Waterwalk State, getting over there pretty quick. What does Zora have? Just some more supers. They're nice. They're not 500 rupee nice. Nito going for the blue mail. I'm wondering now if that ice beam is the play in Super Metroid, or if we still need to go turn in the bottle with the sick kid. Sky going to the back of Escape, going to get the bad news. That's not the answer for progression. Perhaps the answer is on the Morph Ball pedestal or in the high jump item on the other side down there in Blue Bryn. The ceiling item, I should say. High jump makes it logical. Nito going over to Paradox Cave. We'll get their out of logic item from over here, the Moon Pearl. And the flute. Meanwhile, Sky does flute back to Kakaroo, turning in the bottle. Let's see what we've got here. What does the sick kid have? A missile pack. So it's... The answer's in Metroid. At least the logical answer. So let's see how long it takes Sky or Nito to get back over Super Metroid. Sky is going to go check out Eastern first. We know there's nothing there. The only item we haven't seen is the one behind the dark room, which is out of logic at this point. So the progression is not in Eastern Palace. There still could be something. I didn't see that the first time around. We have a cape from Paradox Cave. The cave, of course, opens up the bumper ledge, and it does allow access to Aghanim with a sword. We don't have a sword yet. Aha! I was wrong on the pennant color. The green pendant is in Turtle Rock, not Tower of Hera. So, the green pendant is in Turtle Rock. Okay, there is a pendant in Tower of Hera, not the green one. Very interesting. So the ice rod and the... So the ice rod might not be required this seed. Depends on... There could be something, of course, on Trinex. But we might not need to do an ice rod hunt. Sky going over Super Metroid. I think this is the play. I think it's got to be either at the Morph Ball pedestal or in the ceiling item to the right of it. But we shall see in just a moment here. Meanwhile, Nidorific is going to get their flute. And I'm sure they'll activate it as soon as possible. Sky going down. $48 missiles, 50 missiles, 30 super missiles, and 15 power bombs is very comfortable to start with. So, again, once they find that Morph Ball over here in Super Metroid, they will be good to go for getting around quite a bit of the game. So what will it be over here? Will it be Lamp? Will it be Mirror? Something else? Just a missile pack. Okay, so let's see what's over here on the other side. Surely, this other item has to be the answer. Because if not, then Kif and I are missing something logical here. See, what is it? Ah-ha-ha! Vanilla Morph Ball. Well, there you go. And I think Sky's going to stay here a while. Going to go up to check Billy Mays. Why not? You're already here, and you've got more than enough power bombs to do it. Let's see how long it takes Nito to get over there. Nito going over to scout the desert ledge. Just a big 20. Going to go check Agina. Super missile. But wait, there's more. Big 20. Well, it's not much of a bonus, but it's still a bonus. Billy Mays' room, not worth the big price of admission here, but the Morph Ball below it certainly is. This guy gonna head back down, probably gonna go check Alpha Missiles next, since that is en route. Nito gets the bad news that Agina isn't the answer. Let's see. Okay, Sky's not going back up. Sky's going to continue left over to the main part of Brinstar. That makes sense. Let's see what we have down here in the Green Hill Zone. Just some missile pack. Silver arrows down here at the charge beam. That'll be very nice for Zelda. More missiles. Of course, waterway is down there. We can't get there yet. We don't have the speed booster. Moonwalk your way here to Skip Spore Spawn, the boss that is so rarely seen. They had to create a new category just so we would see him every now and then in the game. But Spore Spawn today is hiding. Just a little bit of love. Nito doing the fake flipper checks, realizing that's not the answer either. Hopefully Nito gets over to Super Metroid fairly soon to get the Morph Ball. I'm guessing that's the lamp or the mirror are going to be found over here in Metroid to put those things in Death Mountain into logic. This guy going to probably now go, yes, going to go over here and check the Wave Gate room. Is going to go for the Wave Gate glitch with all the super missiles they have. Should not be a problem. Maybe the commentator's curse. There we go. Whew. Relief. This guy got it. Very nicely done. And the reward for it is just some more love, which they'll take since that's been hard to find on the Zelda side. Guessing that Sky is going to go over, check the Mission Impossible room. Just some more missile packs. Again, they are very well armed at this point. They have enough missiles, super missiles for Ridley once they can get down there. Let's see what we've got in this room here. Mission Impossible is just more missiles. Good grief. 75 missiles, 35 supers, and 15 power bombs is a heck of a lot. Nito is going into super. Will hopefully very soon go get that Morph Ball. Just a few minutes behind Sky, I would say, but still anybody's game. Haven't even cleared any of the bosses yet. This is still very early in the run. Guy using the power bomb here, gonna go in the opposite direction we usually see in the Brinstar loop, just because of the nature of where they found the Morph Ball. And it's probably going to go head down here to see our friends, the Edacoons. First, they're going to farm up some power bombs. And then they're going to go for the Edacoons. First, we're going to see what's up here. Another E-Tank. Okay, we have 3 E-Tanks, so now a Hell Run is possible now. Plus, we have the reserve tank, so it's possible. If they wanted to go through Norfair, they could do it. It'd be dicey, but it is possible. And, more to the point, it's in logic. Nito about to get their Morph Ball, or Morph... Yes, they got their Morph Ball. Very nice. Guy doing the wall jump. Up to the Edacoon's item. Oh! Just misses that gap. Recovers nicely. For the X-ray scope. Okay. I think the most significant result there is that X-ray scope gives just 1/3 of the microwave beam. If they find the plasma beam and the charge beam, then you can start microwaving some bosses. Batwoon, Dragon, and Fantoon. So let's see if they can find that. Into the super missile or super speed booster room using a mock ball here. First heart container in a while. 3 bombs. And just a little bit more love. What's up here above the room? And more power bombs. Wow. The ammo in this seed just keeps coming. Guy going up out of Brinstar. Again, doing the reverse route. We'll probably go see things like Terminator at this point. Meanwhile, Nito is not continuing to the left. Nito is going to go back up. So they're going up back to Retro, or staying in Blue Bryn. See, will Sky scout Gauntlet? Yes, they will. Back of Gauntlet has the Varia suit, and Old Mother Brain has an E-Tank. So I think Sky is going to rush Gauntlet to get that Varia. No need to do a hell run. Very nice of the seed to give us Varia relatively early on. Is Sky going to go check Bomb Terizo? Not yet. Sky is going to go check Omega Missiles. Nito is scouting Shaft Supers, using the Ice Beam to freeze those suckers. Just some blueberries here at Omega Missiles. Over there, the Scout Supers is just a single rupee. So not worth your time there. And perhaps an indication the speed booster is not going to be found in this seed for a while. This guy is going to go find that out right now as well. Nice high five here with the runners in the same area. Nito going back up. This guy is going to go down and get the E-Tank. And Kifar Tracker pointing out in the chat that they haven't done a lot of ammo, but not much to actually track. That is certainly true. They are armed to the teeth in Super Metroid, but we're still waiting for progression. But with the Varia suit, that is going to open up a lot of places to check. And I'm guessing Sky is on their way over there. We know where the can fly item is in terms of Morph Ball bombs. It's on the library ledge, but we need boots to get that. And there's been no boots as of yet. Of course, if they find Space Jump or if they find Speed Booster, then that is less of a priority. Speaking of bombs, Nito and Sky at the same time going to see Bomb Terizo. Almost sync for sync. What are the odds? 36 minutes in. Oh, okay. Our first sword upgrade. That's worth fighting Bomb Terizo for. Wow. I mean, it is pretty much synced up with the Boss Terizo fights. This is... You rarely see an SMZ3 race 36 minutes in looking exactly the same on both screens. This is a pretty rare occurrence. So we've got our first sword. We have a magic cape and a cane of Berna. So we just need a lamp to go to Aga 1. Technically, they could do Aga Tower without a lamp, but that's really tough. Some of the toughest dark rooms in the game. But it would provide full Dark World access. But I think you check everything else first before you go that route. Now, if they find the lamp, then you might need to start worrying. Both players going over to the Gauntlet. Sky knows what they're about to get in the back of Gauntlet. Nito doesn't, but will be very happy when they find that Varia suit. More power bombs in the front. We're up to 25 power bombs. I suppose it's a good thing given that the bombs are further down in progression. And Sky, of course, continuing on to get that Varia suit. Being careful, as they should, considering this acid here is quite dangerous to just the power suit. Makes it through unscathed, and will be rewarded with their Varia suit. Nicely done. Varia suit in play for Sky. Nidorific on the way over to get it. Now, do they go straight to Upper Norfair with that Varia suit? My suspicion is yes. But we will find out shortly. Because I don't think there's a logical way to access the wrecked ship yet. But yes, you can track in the Red Tower and Kraid. That's a good point from Biddy in the chat. I was just thinking about the wrecked ship versus Norfair, but yes, absolutely, Kraid and the Red Tower makes a lot of sense. Sky's gonna scout the moat item here at least. It's super missiles, and they got it. Nice, but they're not going to continue on to the wreck ship as I suspected. Nito going back down into Brinstar. Hasn't checked this room yet. Gonna find out there's not much here worth grabbing. Guy heading in down into the Red Tower, as Viddy called in the chat. And we have here more bombs. So many bombs in this seed. Down here to Alpha Power Bombs. More love and a bomb capacity upgrade. Not the answer here. Nito, meanwhile, visiting the Edacoons area, getting the heart container and the E-tank. Sky making their way back up and over to the other side of the Red Tower. We'll probably check the Spazer location on the way over. I'm sure they would actually welcome if it was vanilla. They have no beam upgrades except ice, so Spazer charging anything like that would be very welcome. Opening up the X-ray room, I doubt they go for it yet. There's not really a good way to get over there. Guy gonna go check the Spazer location. Nicely done. And is rewarded with Piece of Heart. The progression is staying minimal at this point. See Sky going over to go after Kraid. No high jump. So this is a very tricky jump here. Very precise. But gets it on the third attempt. Nicely done, Sky. Will we see the stand-up glitch for Kraid today? We'll have to find out in just a second here. First, what's over here in this location in the wall. Just some more love, which Sky is going to leave behind. Meanwhile, Nito cleaning up the rest of Brinstar, finding the things that Sky's already found, which doesn't amount to a lot. All right, Sky going in to take on Kraid. We don't know what Kraid's reward is. We don't know if he's a crystal, a pendant, or a Metroid token. So that'll be a mystery until Kraid is dead. You do know there's an item behind him, though. And Kraid is going to stand up today. Give us a show. A little bit of DLC content for Kraid. You see those stomach spikes that are so pivotal in the fight in Metroid Dread. Kraid does go down, and the reward for Kraid is a crystal. Okay, so Kraid is required, and it's our first crystal. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Nito gets their silver arrows, and Sky gets 50 rupees. 50 bucks. Kraid was keeping 50 bucks in his piggy bank for a rainy day, or to bail out Ridley from Space Pirate Jail. But that money is gone now, and Sky will continue back, and we'll check out the room that's been opened now. The typical E-Tank room. We'll check that out on the way out of Kraid's lair. Let's see what we've got over here. And it is more Zelda bombs. Wow. So many Zelda bombs that we've been finding so far. Neaterific going into the X-ray room. This is a bold play. And just getting missiles for their trouble. Guy going into the rest of the high jump boots area. Another sword. Okay. Master Sword. Nito is getting out of here. Well done. To go in here with the equipment they had and to get out with so little health lost, that is very impressive, Nito. Guy did get the Master Sword, so that's a very nice upgrade indeed. Yet another sign that we might need to go to Aga Tower, but we will see. Sky going over to check the ice beam location. What's here? Another E-Tank. They're wanting a high jump boot. They're wanting something to get more height. As Viddy points out in the chat, they're going to need to use some sophisticated hard mode strats here to get through Upper Norfair, because they don't have the speed booster, they don't have bombs, they don't have space jump, they don't have high jump boots. Maybe Crumble Tower will have one of those things. Nope, just more love. So that's not the answer either. Is the play to go to Croc? That, again, without those items, Croc is not easy to do. Don't have Grapple Beam either, so can't do some of the intended strats. Guy turning the Ice Beam back on. Let's see what Sky does here. Gonna try to freeze. Yeah, Yeah, this is definitely in the hard mode logic. Freeze that Ripper. Will that be enough? Yes! Nicely done, Sky. Well played. Moving into the cathedral room. Let's see if there's anything down here in the lava. Another E-Tank. I'll take it. Meanwhile, Nito's taking on Kraid, and Kraid is standing up over here as well. Double DLC for today's run for Kraid. So perhaps Kraid is the winner. Into Bubble Mountain we go. Over here on the right side we have Big 20. Don't need that. Now comes some extra spicy stuff. Well, first we're going to go in here. And no, we're not. We're not going to save. Okay. There's one. No. Ah. Yes. Okay. Well done. 3 items over here. The first is an arrow capacity. We don't want that, but let's hope the other 2 back here in the Norfair Reserve have something good. Oh, Bombos. Okay. And half magic. Neither one is really progression at this point, but they're both nice. Bombos does open up Ice Palace when we can get to it. And half magic will make the quality of life so much better in Zelda. So they're both nice to have, but doesn't open up anything at this point. Biddy points out in the chat correctly, both of those items will be very nice for beating Cold Stare in Ice Palace, if and when we do go over there. Guy continuing on here in Bubble Mountain, going over to the Speed Booster location. And I'm sure they would love it if Speed Booster is in its vanilla location today. Not likely, but we shall see. Just a big 20 on the outside of the Speed Booster room. And on the inside, we have more super missiles. Wow, 50 supers already. We are almost at the point where we're armed enough to defeat Mother Brain. And we're barely into the seed, really, in terms of bosses. This is crazy. Sky farmed up a little bit. Now moving back on. But you're pointing out we already are at the point where we can beat Mother Brain. You're absolutely right. I was just thinking of just supers, but factor in the missiles. Yeah, we could do it. Let's see what's over here at Wave Beam. More love. Nice wall jump there by Sky to get us another big 20. Oof. And I have to wonder, when does Suitless Meridia start coming into these guys' heads? Or do they go to Lower Norfair first? They could go to Croc. They can get everything except Indiana Jones. But given Murphy's Law, the progression will be at Indiana Jones. Guy, it looks like, is making the play down to Crocomire. Yeah, okay. Gonna get the gate glitch for Croc. And gets it. Going to farm a little bit and is now going down over to Croc. Nito is going to freeze the Ripper and go up. Which might probably isn't the Ripper. I think that's another enemy in the game. But freeze this little guy. Didn't get it on the first attempt. It is a difficult trick. Oh. Got it. Well done, Nito. Sky saving before they go down to Croc. Smart idea if there's nothing down here. And here is my friend and yours, Crocomire, who just wants to dance and show off his moves, but is so excited to do so that they slip backwards and keep going backwards and moonwalking until they are out of space to moonwalk. It's truly the real tragedy of Super Metroid is the story of Crocomire. Just down here living his boogie life, and then just falls down a pit. Poor Crocomire. Just hiding a little bit of love over here. Nito about to get their half magic and their bombos. Croc, of course, floating over in his bony state. Poor Crocomire. Guy going down, turning back on Ice Beam. Turning Ice Beam back on, I should say. Let's see. Nicely done. There is a crystal on Ridley from the menu. Very good to know. Into the cosine room, and we have the grapple beam. French vanilla grapple beam. That does allow for some of the more intended strats down here in the Croc area. It also provides logical access to the wrecked ship. Although something tells me that I don't think Sky wanted to see that. Because that makes Indiana Jones in play, and that's tough. Alright. Nito farming up. Down here we in the grapple beam location, $300. That should take care of some things in the dark world when we get there. First. The Indiana Jones strat. So tough. Okay, Sky's not even going to go for it. Are they going to go back around? No, just leave it behind. Interesting. Okay. I don't think we saw what was at Indiana Jones, so I hope, for Sky's sake, that it's not important. It is a time suck, that's for sure, but it's in logic. Put it in the chat. Do you think leaving that item behind, given the time suck, is the right call at this point, or do you think you would have tried to stick it out and get that item with the Indiana Jones strats? Guy leaving the Croc area, leaving Upper Norfair back to the business center. Picked up a Master Sword. And a Bombos. Not sure what else we can do in Zelda at this point, though. Okay, they just basically have reset to the ship. My guess is that both players are going to go for the wreck ship at this point. With the grapple, that's the next... No pun intended here, for once. That's the next logical place to go. And they're both making a play over to the same spot over in the wreck ship. But Nito, you're correct. Nito's going down. He would have to CWJ to get there. He doesn't have the grapple beam. So Nito is going down into Red Tower. Yeah, we still need Lamp to make Aga in Logic. They could do it without it, but Lampless Aga Tower is rough. That is not what you want to be doing. Nothing much in the ocean. Guy continuing over. Ooh. Wasn't able to grapple that enemy in time. Just because it's the logical access doesn't mean it's the easy access to the wreck ship. Gets across without having to grapple the enemy and makes it in. Of course, we don't know if Fantoon is required, but you pretty much have to kill Fantoon because almost every item in the wreck ship is locked behind him. The boss is first in the wreck ship, essentially. There's one item you can check without it, and that's this one over here to the left. Spooky missiles. And it's... Oh ho ho! It's the Titans, Mitt! We have Dark World access and Zelda. That's major progression here. And if you're Sky, do you abandon the rest of Wreck Ship and go straight back to Zelda? That is tempting. All of Dark World's now open, but Sky's already here. Sky's going to go ahead and kill Fantoon. I may have dipped out here. Wreck Ship can be a time suck if there's nothing else here, and we know what that Titan's meant. Dark World's in play. We got some discussion in the chat is which is worse, this Indiana Jones strat or Lampless Aga. Fantoon is a Metroid token, so it has to be defeated. You might as well do it now. Good point from Viddy in the chat. SZ Solzik says Link got strong. Yes, he has. Link now has all the power. That's the question. Do we leave after Fantoon? Do you still go check things like Spiky Room of Death and the attic and the bowling? Or do you leave? Fantoon's dead either way, so you can always come back. Guy doing some good strats on making damage here to Fantoon. One of the more annoying bosses in either game. Fantoon, you have to hit with regular missiles. He does supers do double damage, but they also put him into an enraged state where you can't hit him for a while. It's a waste of time. So you can only hit him with the super on the very last hit. How do you know it's the last hit? You just have to be very used to this boss and know exactly what shade of color Fantoon is for that last hit, or keep up with every single hit you've hit to the boss. So, tricky. That's why these runners are here, and that's why I'm on comms. Because they can do it, and I can't. I just screw it up every time. And we have a dead ghost squid. If anybody would like some spectral calamari, it'll be available in the cafeteria after the game. So now this is the interesting part. That was the Ridley token. Okay, but it's a token nonetheless. What does Sky do? Does Sky continue in the wreck ship, or does Sky peace out and go over to the Dark World? I could see arguments either way. Looks like they're going to check at least these few items here, these items that are right along path. See what these robots have behind them today. More missiles. Which guy says, no, I'm armed enough. Thank you very much. I've got more missiles than a Bond villain's lair. Oh, but Charge Beam, that's worth dipping in here for. Nice find, Sky. Well done. Nito will probably get that soon enough. Sky did continue on here. Is going to go save before the Spike Room of Death. So Sky's going to go ahead and clear out the wrecked ship. Sky cannot get the item at wrecked ship reserve behind the speed booster. Sky can scout it. So they'll at least know if it is something or not. Very tricky jump here with no bombs, no gravity suit. This is really tricky. Nicely done. Well done, Sky gets through that. But of course, that's the technically easier part, because now we're in the Spike Room of Death. Various suit helps a lot, but it's still dangerous. Gets through pretty well. Well done, Sky. Was the effort worth it? If not, they'll definitely just reset to where they saved a minute ago. Let's see, what do we have in here? It is another power bomb, which we do not need. We have plenty of those. So Sky calmly resets. And now, does Sky go to the attic and continue on, or does Sky leave? Sky's going on. Going up to the attic. It's the more conservative play. Nice clip, by the way. Well done on that one. Sky going into the attic. You need to clear out all the enemies here in the attic to open the doors. So you want to clear out all the enemies and then open the door on the left before you go to the item on the right. That way you won't have to clear the enemies out twice. Nito is going to save Scum here, the Spiky Room of Death. We know there's nothing really there. It's amazing how close these runners are at this point in the game. Of course, Nito does not have the grapple beam, hasn't visited Croc. Just a heart container. Sky's going to go ahead and pick that up. May as well. Back across the attic. Let's see if they go up to missiles in the sky. Not a great way to get there, aside from the intended very slow strat. I'm going to go down first. Just an arrow upgrade. They are going to go for missiles in the sky. I agree with the play, even though it will take quite a bit of time. Freeze it. Waiting for the oof. Okay. Made it up to the second one, but nicely done. Now we need to see what's up here. Space jump! It's a great find, but how ironic that that's where it was. That is a troll. That is a troll location. The space jumps and missiles in the sky. Literally one of the highest items in Super Metroid. A space jump. Sure, why not? That does greatly diminish the importance of the bombs in the library ledge, given how many power bombs we have. It makes bowling trivial. If Nito does go up and get that item, bowling, he won't have to take any damage. Of course, remember, he does not have the grapple beam, so that is not an option to get over there. And the Trio's going bowling. And he's going bowling. He's still holding the ball. He's still holding the ball. He is going to have a foul. Yes, he's crossed the line. He's sliding down the lane and going into the gutter. He's going under the lane and still hit a gutter ball. The Chorizo keeps his status as the world's worst bowler. We see Nito has scouted the reserve item. It's another pack of supers, so not needed. Definitely not needed. Just a missile pack down here behind the robots. Nito having some trouble getting back over those blocks. Of course, Speed Booster can take care of them, but they don't have it. Wall jump here is tricky because of those spikes all the way up in the middle right there. This guy sees that it is super missiles, so is going to just leave that behind. And this guy's going to go see what's at the gravity suit location. It is more missiles. So Space Jump and the Titan's Mitt were the two big finds here in the wreck ship. Certainly, the Titan's Mitt's required. Their Space Jump is probably required for lower Norfair. So both good finds. Are these players now thinking about... Well, no, they're not thinking about going to lower Norfair because they have Dark World access. Why would they go to lower Norfair? I mean, I guess they could. But I would think Dark World access is the play. But you could go to lower Norfair with that space jump. The flute allows you in as well through the back door. So no need to do the lava dive without the gravity suit. Criteria power bombs, more super missiles, of course. I feel like we've done a dupe glitch from Tears of the Kingdom, and we've produced more super missile packs than I've ever seen in an SMZ3 seed. This is crazy. Let's see what Sky does. Probably is going to refill here at the ship. I think even if you're going to lower Norfair, the play here is to go back to Zelda and then flute over to the Mire area. No mirror, though. So maybe not. Well, you don't need it. That's right. You have the Titan's Mitt. So yeah, flute to the Mire area. Or flute to desert, go into the Mire, and then go into lower Norfair from there. Back into Zelda. Let's see if I called it. Flute is out. Yes. Down to 6. No. Gonna get some potions first. Okay. Not a bad call. Gonna get a magic potion. I wonder if they're getting the potion to try to go to Pod. No, gonna go up to. I'm gonna see. Or see Village of Outcasts, perhaps, or Skull Woods, or Thieves Town. Gonna continue up to Skull Woods. Okay. No fire rod, so we can't complete the dungeon, but of course some players think of it as an overworld check. And of course the fire rod could be in here itself. First item is the compass, so not anything that we want to see. Skull Woods has 2 items that are other than dungeon items and keys. See Nito going back down, gonna refill up the ship. Let's see where Nito goes. This is the room where you really want Samaria. Oh, the Wallmaster. Trolling. I'm just taking him right back to the beginning of the room. Gotta feel bad. This room is, without Samaria, is just not good. But pulled it off. Well done, Sky. And gets a small key. Nito is doing the route that I would have done. Is going over here to the Mire area. Might check the Mire shed. Okay, we have our Dark World map check. Green pennant at Turtle Rock, red pennant at Skull Woods. Everything else is required. It's either a Metroid token or a crystal. Red crystal at Mire, red crystal at Ice Palace. Metroid token and pod. Blue crystal at Thieves Town and its swamp. Meanwhile, Sky finds super missiles in Skull Woods. Is going to go over and check the Mire shed. Sky gets a death wart. Gets a shield and a heart piece. First shield for Neaterific. Skull, both items have been found. Neither one was of major consequence. And it's a pendant, so Sky should abandon ship here, but let's see if they do that. Nito going back into LM. We need Quake for access to Mire. We don't have it. Mire is a crystal. Red crystal at that. Sky going back down to the Village of Outcast. Meanwhile, Neaterific is going to fight Gold Chorizo. If you stay on Golden Chorizo's foot, there's the shovel at Bumper Ledge. That's a fetch quest that could be something, so Sky's going to go get it. If you stay on Golden Chorizo's foot, you can hit him till your heart's content and nothing will happen. Another missile pack, because of course, why not? Sky is using the bumper, or using the magic cape to get through the bumper to get the shovel. That shovel could be hiding progression, it could be hiding nothing in the dirt. We'll have to see later. Nito using the wall jumps here to get out of the area. Has space jump though, remember that. That should make worst room in the game a lot easier. Ridley is a crystal. So in this seed, every SM boss is required. Sky, meanwhile, in the Village of Outcasts. In the brewery, they find another reserve tank. Yes. Answer the question in chat. Dragon is a token. Or Kif is saying that. Yes, absolutely. Chess game for Sky. And gets the Spazer. In the absence of Plasma, Spazer is very much welcome. It's not just the meme beam, it does do damage. Sky into Thieves Town. One of these first 4 chests has to be the big key. And speaking of the devil, there it is. Nito is in the worst room in the game. Using the wall jump strategy. There we go. Use that space jump. Let's see what Sky finds over here in Thieves Town. The map. Neaterific going into the Mickey Mouse room. Oh ho ho! Cane of Samaria. Nice find. We know that's required for Meyer, so very nicely done to find Samaria. If we have to dip Turtle Rock later, it will be also very much required there. Remember, Turtle Rock is the green pendant. There's a lot of items over there. And we don't want to see it, but we might. No items in the front of Thieves Town. They're all back here in the back. Remember, though, there's no hammer, so Sky is going to abandon the big chest in Thieves Town unless they find the hammer as they explore Thieves Town. In the chat, Viddy saying, let's hope for TR to be sealed by Ether. We never find Ether. I agree. That would be the ideal scenario. Nito checking the giant Ridley statue for Plasma Beam. Well, that Spazer just got Spazered. It's no longer relevant for when Nito finds it because Nito has the Plasma Beam. Nito also has the Charge Beam, and I think they have the X-Ray Scope. So if I'm not mistaken, Nito-rific has the Microwave Beam. So when they go to Dragon, we could be seeing some Microwave Shrimp. Meanwhile, Sky does not have the small key yet. Super Missile. Again. Because of course. Nito's got the powder. Or Sky's got the powder equipped. Probably gonna, yep, get one of those fairies. Nicely done. Power Bombs of Shame is the Tempered Sword. Well, that's awesome. Nice find for Neaterific there. Guy gonna go rescue Blind. There's the key. So the big chest can be accessed, but of course it's going to be abandoned. Let's hope that we don't see anything. Oh-ho-ho! The golden pirates are being microwaved. You don't see that very often. What's Blind's pun for the day? Rental agents offer quarters for dollars? Well done. Well done, Blind. Wow. Very impressive fight by Sky, keeping Blind on script. Another super missile pack from Blind. but the crystal is obtained. Meanwhile, Nitorific is taking on Ridley. Ridley's Believe It or Not. He is the head of the Space Pirates. Which, of course, as a pirate means that I want him to be an unlockable boss in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag when they remake that game. It won't happen, but we love to dream. This guy is going over to the digging game, while Nitorific is digging himself a bit of a hole. The reserve tanks is going to probably pull him out. Let's hope he can finish off Ridley. Oh, no. Oh, no. Takes a death at Ridley. That feels bad. Nita will get back there soon, I am positive. Meanwhile, Sky finds an arrow capacity upgrade in the dig game. Yes, I'm very glad that he saved down here in Lower Norfair. The path back is as short as it can be, given the situation. Sky looking to be on their way to rescue Jeremiah. Jeremiah the Bullfrog is a friend of ours. But of course, without the mirror, Jeremiah is going to go on a world tour. Of course, Nitorific remembers to re-pick up the Tempered Sword. Gonna go check out what Stumpy has. $300. If we had the mirror, we'd go over and get the dig spot. We don't, so we can't. But that might be the answer. Continuing to take Jeremiah all the way around. It's going to take Jeremiah to Hype Cave. Let's see what we give this Hype Cave. First item. 10 sticks. No good. Second item. Missiles. Mirror! Missiles. And a heart container. I'd say the mirror makes that Hype Cave at least a 7 out of 10, but maybe you disagree. I think it's a 7 out of 10 to find that mirror in Hype Cave. Of course, you have it with Jeremiah. Ironic, again, this seed is trolling us, and trolling us hard. Making a big circle, going right back over to where they were. Meanwhile, Nito taking on Ridley round 2. Samus's revenge. As predicted in the chat, Sky is going back to K45 now with that mirror. Gets a missile pack. As we have in the chat, CZ Solzek points out that the mirror does allow us access to Swamp. Of course, we don't have the flippers, so we can't get far into Swamp. But it does at least mean we can open it. And it's a shield at the shovel spot. I mean, shields are nice, but it's not the progression we're looking for. This guy's taking Jeremiah over. And back to the Dark World. Meanwhile, I missed it following Sky. Nito did take care of Ridley. Ridley is down, so good job, Nito, not letting Ridley get to them down in the second round. Sky going over here. And there you have it. Let's see what the Smiths have for us today. It is another E-Tank. The magic bat is in logic with the mirror. Let's see if he goes over there. I believe that they will. And mirror spot not quite far enough to the right. All right, we're now going to see what the bat has. It is more bombs. Not what we wanted to see. Nito, meanwhile, saved again. Now escaping from Lower Norfair. Got a tempered sword and killed Ridley, but didn't find any other real progression here. Well, sorry, got Samaria. Samaria was down here in Mickey Mouse, so that was the major progression, was King of Samaria. We still have a few items up here left to go, though. Guy now going over to the area in the Meyer shed. Got their first shield, and then sure is going to go over to into LN. But first, back of desert? No, checkerboard cave. That makes sense. We don't have a fire source to do desert at the moment. Reserve tank. I missed what was at checkerboard. Sorry about that, looking at Lower Norfair side. Alright, and another heart container. Not progression. Nice item though. Guy going into Desert Palace. Cannot complete desert, but we can clean out the front here. Well, there might be it might be boots lock, so we'll see. Being very cautious with the Three Musketeers here. Does not have wave beam, so cannot shoot through. Gonna have to lure them over. Takes time, but it's the right call considering the low health that Nito's at. And gets through, and we are out of Lower Norfair on Nito's side. Well played. Bombs. More bombs. One more place to check here in the front of desert. And it's a map. Can't do much more in desert at this point. Gonna have to leave it for now. It's a good time to remind you to make sure you follow our runners. They're giving us a great show with the seed so far that's been kind and unkind in their own ways. So make sure you follow both of these runners. They're putting on a great show for us. Follow Nitorific and Sky. As well as our tracker, Kif. Nito going to go down to Crocomire, and we'll be able to see what's at Indiana Jones with that space jump. So once they clean out Croc, I mean, where's the next play? Can't be Swamp. Don't have the bow for Pod. Is Ice the play? We have Bombos. Kiff says Tower of Hera. Hera is a pendant, but it is full clearable. Ah, yes. Ice. You can't get the ice without the flippers. That's correct. Suitless Meridia is in play. Don't have speed booster, so not all of it, but parts of it are in play. So clearing out the worst room in the game. Wait, I missed it. Nito picked up speed booster. Where was that? Ah, it was after Ridley. Okay. I apologize, folks. I missed that. That's big. That is very nice. With that, yeah, with that speed booster, that makes Meridia much more attractive because they won't have to abandon anything. So maybe that is the play. This guy gets their Cane of Samaria. There we go. Nito got it. She's the big 300. What's over here, Indiana Jones? Just a big 20. So that's good news for Sky that they did not abandon that. Did not abandon any progression there. That is good news indeed. Very close race at this point. Both players have 3 bosses down. Sky's on their way to a 4th. Nito's clearing out parts of Metroid. It'll be very interesting at this point to see where the players are going to go. Sky gets their Tempered Sword. And Nito gets out of the Croc area. Where do they go from here? Save. Okay. Interesting play. Now what? Going up. Is this the play to Meridia? And they're saving so they can get back to Zelda quicker. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. I think Viddy has figured it out. I think Nito's going to clean up Waterway. That makes sense. It's the only speed booster location that we haven't seen yet. Sky going in to face Ridley. Ridley reminding you that piracy is a serious crime. And Biddy called it right on the head. Nitorific is going over to Waterway. Meanwhile, Sky struggling with their health here. Let's hope. Yes, Ridley is down. Sky about to get their speed booster. Nicely done for Nitorific to get that spark. That's always tricky. And just a missile pack, and that's why they saved. Back over to the business center. Now where do they go? Zelda or Meridia? Those are your choices. Back to Zelda, probably the smart call. Sky has the lead in bosses. Nito going back to Zelda. He's making the point correctly that everything in SM has been checked now except Meridia. Nito going over here to the East Death Mountain side. East Dark side. Yes, going into Dark World. Probably on their way up to Hookshot Cave. First, we're going to get Super Bunny Cave. See what's here. Heart piece. And the Bloomerang. Nice, but not progression. This guy, meanwhile, escaping from Lower Norfair. Nitorific, as suspected, going to check the Hookshot Cave. Let's see. The lamp. Okay. That puts a lot of these things in logic that we've been seeing for a while. There's the flippers. And there's the power bombs. Okay. So the logic was telling us to get up here to Death Mountain, not via actually climbing Death Mountain, but through the portal. From Business Center after finding the Morph Ball. But everything's now in logic. We've got the lamp. And we have the flippers. So Ice Palace looking pretty good, no? Let's see where Nito's going instead. Probably we'll dip Thieves Town, but no hammer. So again, we'll abandon that chest if they go to Thieves. Village of Outcasts, of course, also has a few items. Going up to Skull. Nito knows Skull is a pendant, but we'll check it anyway. Guy down to 15 health, but is gonna make it through. Hope. Reserve tank kicked in. Whew. There's the plasma beam for Sky. Feels bad. They didn't get it till now, but at least they have it. Got every beam now except wave. Going back down out of the Skull Woods area. Probably going to go to Thieves Town and the Village of Outcasts. No, they're not. Going up here to Bumper Ledge, we'll see that it's the shovel. And we'll think about it, and yes, go back begrudgingly to get it. We know it's not the answer. Bidding pointing out the Specky clip was not allowed. Otherwise, it would be full clear. Swamp would be full clearable at this point. Absolutely correct. But since they haven't, Swamp is not full clearable yet. I have been very meticulous with those musketeers. 49 health. Reserve tanks have already been tapped out. Meanwhile, Nito gonna go to the Sea House. Just some more missiles, as we saw earlier. Looks like Nito's gonna go play the dig game. It's just for sticks. Not gonna be useful. Where is Sky heading at this point? Out. They're leaving. I'm guessing back to Zelda. Unless they want to take the risk. Of going to Suitless Meridia. Back to Business Center. And yes, back to Zelda. Guy getting cabbaged. Guy might be making the play to Hera, as we saw recommended in the chat. Nito immediately going to go cash in. It doesn't have the mirror. Going to see something, but they can't cash in the shovel just yet. This guy with that mirror is going over to Hera. No book, so they can't pull what's on the ether tablet. Here is a pendant, but it's a fairly straightforward dungeon. Here's the big key already. There's an E-tank. So it looks like the basement would be needed, except a fire source. No, wait. Guy does have a lamp, but Guy just elects to do Hera pot instead of going through the coffee break. Makes perfect sense to me. Just the map in the big chest. We're looking for one more item here. That's not it. We're hoping it's on Troll Dorm. If not, it is in the basement behind the coffee break, behind the tile room. Nito just got the mirror and is going back to check the shovel spot. And sees that it's going to be a shield, which they take. Sky skipped it, Nito took it. Sky goes to Trolldorm. Moldorm, the trolliest boss in the game. 1 hit. Two down. 2 hits with the tempered down, and out goes Moldorm, and it's the compass. So the second item in Tower of Hera is down in the basement. That doesn't feel good. Guy has the lamp. Not going back in to go for it, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Sky doesn't have the lamp. That's my mistake. Nito has the lamp. Sky's about to get the lamp. Because the lamp and the flippers were both in Hookshot Cave. Nito is going over to Desert. He does have the lamp, so he'll be able to complete Desert now. Or not, because the big key is boots locked. I did not see that earlier. Desert can't be cleared yet. We need those boots. Sky went to scope Turtle Rock. I didn't see the medallion. The flips and the lamp are now found by Sky. If you're Sky, do you go back to Hera with that lamp? It looks like he might be. Viddy saying the go mode items are the bow, the hammer, the quake and boots. And Sky is going to make the play to go ahead and finish out Hera and get that second item. I agree with the play. You're close enough here. You're not going to be closer. You might as well do it now. Biddy making the point we might not need Fire Rod depending on where the Ganon's Tower Big Key is located, which is ridiculous, but correct. Guy getting their coffee break in. This Tower of Hera basement is brought to you by Hyrule Roasters. When regular coffee needs a little bit of magic, go to hyruleroasters.com. And another missile pack. It sucks that it wasn't anything important, but I think Sky feels better knowing that it's nothing important. It's not hanging over their head. Neaterific into Thieves Town. Still no hammer, so we're going to leave behind the same item that Sky did. Where is Sky going to go? They've already beaten Thieves Town. They know there's nothing left in Skull. Purple chest? Yeah, I think purple chest is the play. Yep. What do you think would open up the seed the most? I think bow would be nice. Boots would be nice. Gravity suit would be nice. It's not hard. It's not required in hard mode, but it would certainly make Meridia much more of a palatable choice. Kif is calling for second chest and swamp to be the progression. Let's see what's at purple chest. Spring ball. Well, this is where we get into kind of dicey territory because spring ball does allow for some hard mode strategies, especially in Meridia. So there we go. Suitless Meridia with the spring ball is in effect. It's dicey, but it's in logic. They signed up for hard mode. I wonder if they'll make that play. Meridia has a lot of items, but it is not fun when it's suitless and you've got to use spring ball and speed booster as your ways to get around. Guy making the play into swamp. If Kif is correct, this is the right play. Just the map. So goodbye, Swamp Palace. Sarkis asking in the chat what puts Dragon in logic in hard mode. I believe it is a combination of either high jump boots or space jump. Gravity suit you can use for a gravity jump, but of course that negates the whole what does it need, but it is a way to get it in logic. Gold sword picked up by Sky on Lake Hylia Island. The first sword we saw is the last sword we picked up. Will Sky go into ice? No. They could dip pod. They don't have a bow, but they could clear out some of pod. Could be a required double dip. But we're 2 hours into the seed at this point, and go mode is still a few items away. Not very many bosses in Zelda taken care of at all. Progression has been slow going. More missiles on the pyramid, because of course. Guy hasn't done the front of escape yet. Sky's going to go clear that out. We know there's nothing here. Oh, he has in front of escape. Sky's going to go do Dark Cross. The lamp does put Dark Cross into logic. Just one chest, but I've seen very important things at Dark Cross before. And if this is the play, if there's something here at Dark Cross, then it might be a while before Nito decides to go back here and check it. Kif telling us there isn't. It has been checked. So this is not the play. Nito did it in the dark. That's why I didn't remember it. Nothing there. Big 20. So Sky, yes, I was correct the first time. Sky hasn't done the front of escape yet and is going to go do that now. Nito gonna turn in the purple chest and realize that's nothing. Wondering if Nito is buying a potion to go potion glitch pod. Maybe that's the play. Not quite sure where Nito is going at this point. Graveyard ledge is my yes. Yeah, the graveyard. Can't do King's Tomb, but we can do the Graveyard Ledge. And yes, Biddy pointing out we can route in Catfish after that as well. Just a big 20 at the Graveyard Ledge. Not the answer. Looks like Sky is going over to Catfish. No. A high five in the dark graveyard instead as Nito continues to the right to go toward Catfish, and Sky going back to the left. Get their big 20 here. What does the Catfish have? More missiles. Grumpy Fish can go back in the water. We don't need those. So where to now? Guy turning in the mushroom and realizing that it is just some bombs, but get some potions while they're here. Makes sense. Nito seeing that the pyramid ledge is just a missile pack. Sky going over to Catfish and realizing soon that that will be nothing as well. Where do we go? Looks like Nito might be going over to Pod. We can certainly open Pod, and there is a lot in here that we can access. It is not clearable without the bow. Also need the hammer for parts of it. Bowless, hammerless Pod does not feel good. Of course, first to get into Pod, we have to pay the extortion fee of Kiki the monkey. But he's saying we might find bow and hammer in here. Certainly possible. See, our first item in pod is a small key. Both in pod now. Nito slightly in front. What are we gonna find here? Big 20. Heart container. Or a small key. Oof. I'm just hoping that one of these runners finds something here in pod. Another key. Guy getting rid of their magic for the potion glitch. So they could get an empty bottle. And gets through. Oh, feels bad. No big key yet. But the bomb jump was nice. Just a map. There's the big key. For $50. Guy going to the right. Red male. Lovely red pajamas. Another key. Another key. Is there anywhere else in pod that we can check? Boots! There we go. Harmless hallway, boots. Well done. We have the boots. Desert is now clearable. And we can get the morph ball bombs. Not that we really need them. Yes, I agree, Viddy. With the compass is on Helmasaur King. He is a Metroid token. We'll have to beat him, but Come back and do that later when we have the bow. Nito going back into Eastern Sky is piecing out. And yeah, that's the play I would make with those boots. Go clear out desert. Of course, with the lamp, the big key chest in Eastern is now in logic. The big chest in desert has the compass. Just a big 20 back in Eastern. Oof. But Sky isn't done. Sky can go clear out and finish off desert. Get that Metroid token. Yes, I have map on Armos Knights as well. Both runners in desert. What are we going to clear out? What are we going to find, I should say, here on Landmo? Gold Sword making this really simple. Just a heart container. So no progression, but it is another boss down. Required boss. One more token. Nito retakes the required boss lead. To include Moldorm. They're up 6-4. Moldorm's not required, though, unless Pedestal's a thing, which we don't have the book yet, so we have no way of knowing. I'm thinking King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks are in order. And that's the play where Sky's going, over to King's Tomb. More power bombs. Just what I always wanted, a surplus of power bombs. Maybe the Bonk Rocks will be more promising today. It is just a heart container. Nito finishing off Landmo. Where do you go? When does Suitless Meridia become the play that you make? I mean, I don't have the skills of these runners, but if I did, I think I might be tempted to go to Meridia at this point, just based on the density. You've got Spring Ball, you've got Speed Booster. Suitless Meridia is in Logic and Hard mode. That might be the play. But I can also understand avoiding it as much as possible. Based on the routing, either Sky is going into the Meridia via the back entrance, or they're going into ice. I think we're getting a back entrance to Meridia. Well, we'll see. Yep. Which makes sense. You can clear out Dragon in the back. Meanwhile, Nidorific is going into Ice Palace. This is the divergence. We'll see who is gambling correctly. Spring ball jumps are what's going to be used a lot here in Suitless Meridia. If you haven't seen Suitless Meridia before, do not adjust your monitors. That is the correct speed for Samus without the gravity suit. It is a slog. Nito did scout Island, but decided not to get the gold sword before coming in here for Cold Stare. So we shall see. What is Dragon's defeatability right now? Good question. Guy has the microwave beam. Guy reset. They were stuck. Okay. But you're right, you cannot get to Cold Stare without the hammer, so this is just partial ice anyway. Looks like Sky abandoned gravity or was stuck. Or abandoned Meridia or was stuck. And Meridia is the play in SM if you're over there. But let's see if they go back to Zelda instead. They are. Big key. Big key opens small key. Sure, why not? You see the Nito going through Ice Palace at this point. Still no major progression found in Ice Palace. Just a missile pack. Man. One wonders if Meridia is the play. And Sky abandoned it too early. But Sky is going to follow in Nito's footsteps into Ice Palace, or so it appears. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're going back into Meridia, so they must have just been locked. Probably soft locked or stuck in the sand. Nito found nothing in ice. I think Nito is making the Meridia play. No. Nito's going to go up to Hera. We know there's nothing there. Still don't have the Book of Medora, so still cannot check what's at the tablet. If you're Sky here, do you go after Dragon just in case what happens again? Looks like no, not going up to Dragon. Going to the left-hand side, the main part of Meridia. Gonna need a spring ball jump here. What's over here at the Bontoon item? Just a big 20. Down in the sand pits we go. This is definitely a hard logic seed for sure. This is a difficult run tonight. Gonna go save before doing the sand pits. That's the reasonable play. Nito about to get the bad news that the last item is in the Hera basement. Gonna go for the snail strategy to go up here. Very smart progress. And ooh. Oh, had it. Nope. Well played. Very well played. That is... You are seeing a showcase on Sky's side right now in Suitless Meridia, and I'm sure Nito is going to be over there very shortly as well. Another spring ball jump. So tough. You just gotta hope they find something here that makes it worthwhile. Meanwhile, where is Nito going? What a showcase over here with Sky, or some of these really, really nasty strategies that are to get through Meridia. Nito going to swamp and is going to get the bad news that that's not the answer. While we're watching this really amazing display from Sky and from Nito, be sure to follow both of these runners. They're putting everything out here tonight for this race. This is a very sadistic seed it's turned out. So make sure you give them a follow. They both deserve it. And follow our tracker as well. Follow Kif. Guys made it up here to the beach. I almost hope that it's gravity suit. Oh, it's wave beam. It's not what you want. I mean, it's a nice item. It's not the one you're hoping for. Oh no. Ooh. Okay. Another chance. Yes. Meanwhile, Nito is going back into SM, and I think they're realizing, yes, that this is the play. The Suitless Meridia is the requirement here. Ugh. Trying to get out of that water. So tricky. Using the spring ball jump again and got it. And we'll have a few moments of normal propulsion here. Perhaps we'll find something good here at the watering hole. Yeah! Gravity suit! Woohoo! Yes! That's gonna make this a lot simpler. Finally! I think we have never been so happy as to find some soggy pancakes. Woo! Wow, but that means that was hard required. All of that we just saw Sky do is what Nito's going to have to do, and that is crazy. Now we can start getting some speed here in Meridia, both metaphorically and literally, because the speed booster is now in effect. Guy going over to meet Mama Turtle. Just for $5. What's over here on the wall? More power bomb. Of course. Of course. Why not? All right, where's Sky gonna go now? Main Street. Big 20. Another missile pack. Anybody want to go see Shack Tool? Nito's having to wait around. Oh, almost. Another bottle for Sky. And another E-Tank. Nice. Not the progression. Surely there's got to be some other progression here besides the gravity suit. Because the gravity suit just leads us back here. There's got to be something. Sand pits, Dragon, or Shack, or Plasma Beam. But there's got to be something over here. I think that we have a hammer. Hello, hammer. Ice. Swamp. And Quake. Woohoo! Mire is now in Logic. Turtle Rock can now be opened if we want to go dip it. This just got wide open quick. And all of a sudden, if I'm not mistaken, we're just a bow away from go mode. Wow, that was quick. Suitless Meridia has been the play the whole time. We just had to get the spring ball from the purple chest to make it viable. Hello, Shack Tool. If Shack Tool has the bow, he is our best friend today. Then again, knowing this seed, the bow could be all the way on Trinex, so not counting chickens yet. But of course, in order to count the chickens, you'd have to go back to Kakariko Village, which we're not at, so there's that too. Nito making the climb, trying desperately to make the climb. Sky, meanwhile, what are we going to find here? It's the Ice Rod. Well, we know TR is a pendant, but if, on the offhand chance, Trinex is required, you want to get that. We have some people in the chat already saying that Bo could be on Ped. That would be evil. You sadistic fools, you. But it's true. Could be true. Could happen. Of course, without the Book of Medora, we don't know yet. Book could be required if that's the case. And there is a 4 out of 22 day chance we need the Fire Rod. Absolutely. Depending on where the big key is. And I gotta think that Sky right now has gotta go beat Dragon. If they don't find the bow here in the rest of Meridia, my assumption is that you go to Ice and Swamp first, although which one you do first is really just dealer's choice. You gotta do them both. I think I would personally do Ice first, just because if you can get Go Mode Swamp, you don't have to do any of the left side. But Go Mode Ice is also a little better than not, so could be any. Like I said, preference of the player. So tough knowing that Nito is so geographically close to the item that's going to make this so much simpler. But this part to get there is just so rough. Nito and Sky here are having to go through absolute torture here in Meridia. Make sure you give them a follow. They are playing their hearts out. Nitorific and Sky. And give Kif a follow or our tracker. This is heck of a seed they're having to run here. More money in that sand pit and an arrow. Not what we want. Okay. That's step one. Now use the spring ball jump, Nito. All right. Spring ball jump, nicely done. Meanwhile, Sky is taking down Botwoon. Anybody would like some microwaved eel? For best results, you want to put your microwave on a medium heat setting. Make sure you cover it and allow for some steam to vent out. And yes, Botwoon is best served with some lemon twist. Power bombs, of course. Now it's time for microwave shrimp. We could also get fried shrimp if they go with the grapple strats. Sky has choices. Sky could shine spark, could grapple, could microwave, could missile. Goodness knows we have enough. Sky can kill Dragon however they'd like to. So let's see how they want to dispose of the shrimp. Microwave it is. This Dragon kill brought to you by Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's, the place for microwave shrimp. Actually, I have no idea if they microwave their shrimp. That was just for joking purposes. So please don't come after me, anybody from Long John Silver's. There's the fire rod. Well, both ice and fire rod here in Meridia. That maybe is saying you got to go to Turtle Rock, and I know that they don't want to see that. But you found Quake, you found both rods. Ooh, I mean, I wouldn't go there first. I would go to the required dungeons first, but I don't know. You wouldn't almost want to see those. The Meridia today has had more goodies than an Easter basket for a spoiled child. The gravity suit was the Kinder Egg that opened up everything else. Come on, Nito. You can get out of that puddle. Got this. Well done. Tiff saying he would just go straight to TR. What do you guys think in the chat? What do y'all think? Would you just go to TR with all these items? Or would you go ahead and go complete Ice and Swamp? One more vote for TR. Viddy says... Tharkus says go to TR. Viddy says go to Swamp. Meyer also plays an ABCD dungeon, so let's hear it. Maybe Plasma's it? Is that the... No, not the bow. Okay, Meridia couldn't have everything. It had almost everything. So now the question is for Sky, where do they go? They've dipped ice already. Well, no, Sky hasn't. Sky hasn't dipped ice. So I think Nito, knowing most of ice hasn't paid off, I think would go Swamp. Sky might go ice just because of this, what I mentioned earlier. If you can go mode Swamp, it's so much quicker. I think Sky goes ice first, as Viddy's saying in the chat. But we will find out. I think that's the play. Yep. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with this play. Ice is required. With you have Hammer, you have Kane. You gotta kill Cold Stare anyway. It's a red crystal dungeon, so why not go ahead and take care of this? Meanwhile, Nito has their gravity suit and is now going to go ahead and just make a mockery of the rest of Meridia with their amazing skill set. An awesome gravity suit from Metroid Dread here. Very nice. Of course, if the Emmys showed up in this game, I would... Well, that'd be quite a feat of programming, but that would be also quite the randomizer. Icebreaker in effect. Last race I commentated, they had to do Ice Palace without Cane of Samaria. Cane of Samaria was in here after this. You know, the meta's changed so much. Before Icebreaker, Ice Palace was the dungeon you wanted to avoid at all costs. Go back and watch some of the 2018 tournament races on YouTube. But now, Ice is a pretty quick check once you've got Red Cane. So, interesting how the evolution happens. Ooh. Maria and Big Chest, not nice indeed. There's the compass. Ha! Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread randomizer. I mean, do you want to watch a seed that takes a very long time? Well, I guess it depends. Breath of the Wild, if you have to actually go fight the Divine Beast, or if you can just go straight to Ganon, because you can go straight to Ganon, and if you're a Breath of the Wild speedrunner, then Dread's going to take much longer. Of course, I'd give anything to actually play Breath of the Wild with any of the weapons from Link to the Past, because, you know, they don't break. But that's another story. Well, that's an interesting question in the chat. We got Bird Daddy writing Beast Ganon. Who's the better final boss? Calamity Ganon or Ravenbeak? My vote's for the Bird. I think Calamity Ganon was slightly underwhelming after playing the whole game, but Ravenbeak was definitely the hardest boss to me in Metroid Dread. But also very satisfying when I beat him. And the twist, which I won't reveal at the end just in case no one's played it, is very satisfying in terms of story. Guy going into cold stare. Yeah, I agree, Tharkus. I think Ravenbeak is the better final boss. I don't know if Dread's better than Breath of the Wild overall. I like Dread more, but it's just because I'm more of a Metroidvania player anyway. But they're both amazing games. But if we got Tears of the Kingdom, I would love the next Metroid. I mean, I want Metroid Prime 4, of course, but I really want another Metroid game like Dread, and hopefully it won't take another 20 years to make another 2D Metroid. Yes, to answer the question, that sprite is the banana in pajamas. As we've been saying since the beginning, that sprite is very appealing. No major items in Ice Palace, but it is finished. One more crystal down. Ah, we found the Book of Medora in Spike Cave. So, rush pet anybody? Guy going over to Meyer. Also required, also a red crystal dungeon. So we'll be able to check the Pyramid Fairy after we finish Meyer. Ether Tablet is missiles. Of course it is. Meyer, we're looking for 2 items. Nito also going into Meyer. Intriguing. Hasn't finished off ice yet. Yes, the tablets are the Schrodinger's cats of this game. There's probably nothing, but the one who don't check it, it is something. Yeah. Of course, you could just call it Schrodinger's Gibdo. Yeah, I agree with Viddy in the chat. You would check PED before you go dip TR, because if PED is alive, then you obviously are going to complete TR. If PED is dead, then as soon as you find the bow in TR, you can dip out. But of course, if you found the bow in TR, then PED wouldn't be a thing. So yeah, you check PED first. Because at this point, all we're looking for is that bow. Nice use of the nice bit of the fairy by Sky to retrieve their power or retrieve their health. Nicely done there. Big key. The floor isn't lava, but the floor is angry. Must avoid those tiles. Sky now going up the stairs to the fire rod room. It's a good thing we now have the fire rod. For the cutscene that doesn't actually show you what's going on. All the action happens off screen, much like most films rated PG. And more missiles. Oof. But that is the first item, I think, in Meyer. I don't think I've seen another one yet. If there's a second one, then we'll just see Sky make a beeline for Viddy. Nope, compass. And the map. Use the other item on Vitreous. Knowing this seed, that's entirely possible. Nice, remembering the full magic decanter. Gonna go down and take on Viddy. His full name is actually Viddy Vici, but, you know, most people don't know that. Let's see what we've got here. Sky making their way back. That powder's become very effective for them as they've gone through Mire. And Sky getting down to Viddy just slightly ahead of what Nito's going to get there. Nice. Cape Strat's in effect with half magic. Why not? Take out all these eyes at once. And with the gold sword, it would be pretty trivial to knock out Vitreous. And in fact, it is pretty trivial to knock out Vitreous. Oh, it's a missile pack. Oh, no. Mire's not the answer either. It's Swamp or it's Turtle Rock. That feels bad. You've got to go to Swamp at this point, though. Swamp is the required dungeon. I think that's the only logical play at this point. Pyramid Fairy. Yes. guy going for swamp. Nito has the book. I wonder if Nito's going to route in Ped. Or the Bombos tablet. But first, Nito is going to go ahead and go finish off Ice. We know that's not the answer, but still required. All right. Do we think it's going to be in Swamp? Let's hope that they find that bow. Big key. At least they don't have to come back in to check that. That's nice. Another shield. Yeah, you got to go left side at this point. You're looking for one item. Gonna get some diver down, I think. Nicely done. Nito taking on Cold Stare. Very good switch tech. Missiles, come on, last one in left side. Be the bow. Nope. 6 for the bow, but not the bow. We really want it to be here. We don't want to have to go dip Turtle Rock, but our odds keep decreasing. Darkest asking in chat if those whack-a-moles are in any other Zelda game. I am not sure. I don't recall them in any, but I'm certainly not confident enough to say for sure. $300 and the compass. Not what we want. An E-tank. Ah. Bombos tablet on Nito's side. An E-tank. Looking like the bows in TR, guys. Unless we're bailed out and it's on Argus. Or on Ped. Hammer Pegs is still an option. Pyramid Fairy is still an option. And yes, Biddy correctly points out, Thieves Town Big Chest. Just 100 rupees on Argus. That's not the answer. Oh, man. Pyramid Fairy's gotta come next. 2 chances there. Let's hope that's the bow. As we've reached 3 hours without go mode for this really trolly seed that gave us all the ammo up front and then made progression hidden behind Suitless Meridia that required a spring ball from the purple chest in the Smith chain. Brutal. Guy is going for the Pyramid Fairy. Joining us, we know where the Morph Ball bombs are. They're on the library ledge. We don't need them at this point. SM has been full cleared. Everything is out of it. Meridia is where almost all the goodies were, including the gravity suit itself, which was in the watering hole after both players had to do a very harrowing climb through rooms that with gravity suit are typically quite trivial. Let's see if all the work's paid off. Let's see if the Pyramid Fairy is the answer. All we need is the bow. Once we find the bow, we are in go mode. Big 20. High jump boots. That would have been nice an hour and a half ago. But it's not what we need now. The only thing left in SM is, of course, Mother Brain. I think this is the ped check from Sky before they go into Turtle Rock. I've gotta believe that. No. Oh, no. Hammer Pegs? Sky doesn't have the book. Right. Sky hasn't been to Spike Cave yet. Hammer Pegs. Maybe this is the answer. And Thieves Town Big Chest. Come on, Pegs. Nope. $50. That ain't it. Guessing you gotta go to Thieves Town Big Chest here. You're already here. Yep. And if it's not, you've at least checked it off, but I feel like this is something you just gotta do at this point. Will it be here? Will that Meridia hammer be the ultimate troll? No! No! Oh no! There it is! At 3 hours or 3 minutes and 53 seconds, Guy has hit go mode. We're in go mode with finding the bow in Thieves Town Big Chest. They could not have gotten it until they got through Suitless Meridia. That is, ugh, that is nasty. Nasty, nasty seed. Logical double dip for Thieves Town. Vinny pointing out, rightfully so, that several runners might last location that chest. Man. The Blandish is saying they all quit. So the only two runners left are Nito and Sky. Wow. Half quit. Wow. Hydra and Scoop are still playing. They are good for them. Sky, of course, making their path as fast as possible over here to Helmasaur King. Then they'll use the mirror and go over and finish off Eastern Palace. And then we'll go up to Ganon's Tower. The question, of course, at this point is how long will it take before Nito goes back to Thieves Town? And if Nito goes to Turtle Rock, then that may take a little bit longer. We'll just have to see. Yeah, Blandation made just a good point. This is the classic hard mode seed. Suitless Meridia isn't necessarily the problem, but the fact that everything else is available first made it awful. Yes, absolutely. I'm hoping you're right, Tharkus. I'm hoping that Hammer Pegs is pushing Nito in that direction. He is in the area. Will Nito into Thieves Town? Down goes the Helmasaur King. And by royal rights of succession, the banana is now the head of the Palace of Darkness. Well done. Sky mirrors over to Eastern Palace. Gravity was in Meridia, Blandation. Gravity was in the watering hole. As I called it on the stream, it was the most welcome soggy pancakes anyone's ever found. The aqueduct climb was brutal. Absolutely brutal for both players. And as I was replying to the chat, Nito is making it the play. Thank goodness. Nito is going to get their bow here. I think Sky has a bit of a lead at this point. It would take probably a blunder or two on Sky's part in execution for Nito to catch. Oh, ooh. Feels bad, Blandation. That is bad. Although the eggplant there reminds me of Solsky running in Link to the Past, so you know. There's that. Sky going back to the back of Eastern Palace, going to finish the Armos Knights off. Nito getting the bad news that the bow is in Thieves Town. No slashes, just the long 1,000-yard stare of disbelief. I mean, not that it matters, but we know there's no item on the Armos Knights. And there we go. Into Armos we go. With the silver arrows, this is one-shot kill. Goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu to the Armos Knights. And folks, we know where Sky is going. We'll see which path they take, but there are 23 potential locations where the big key is at in Ganon's Tower. Please put your guesses into the chat now of what spot you think the big key will be in Ganon's Tower. Given how trolly this seed is, I'm going to say it's going to be spot 20. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. At least they don't have to go into TR. We at least got a slight forgiveness on that one. The Turtle Rock will remain forever closed. You get to live in peace, try next. Alright, here we go into Ganon's Tower. Going right side first. First chest, piece of heart. Second chest, missile tank. Missile pack, I should say. Going over to the left side. Third check. Key, small key on the torch. Fourth check. Small key. Fifth check, small key. 6, big key! 6! Aylig! A-Y-L-I-G. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Aylig, congratulations. You have done it. You exactly got it right. Darkest and Vineyards are very close at 7, but Aylig with the exact right guess at 6. Well done. You have won the evening in the chat. While we're watching Sky climb Ganon's Tower and Nito finishing up some dungeons, go ahead and give these runners a follow. They have done an amazing job. As you heard, a lot of runners left if they weren't on streaming tonight because it was just so brutal. But Nito and Sky have toughed it out for us tonight and have put on a heck of a show. So make sure you give Sky and Nito-rific a follow on Twitch, and give our tracker a follow as well, Kiff, who's been doing a great job with some times of extreme busyness and times of finding nothing. So well done to Kiff. Nito taking down the Helmasaur King. Who just got that mask at Mardi Gras this year and hasn't taken it off since. And is none too pleased. Of course, he gets killed before he can really tell us about his frustrations. Guy continuing their journey up the long tower into Landmo 2. And goodbye, Landmo 2. Let's see. Where's Nito going? Nito has all the crystals. Maybe this is a quicker way up to Ganon's tower, or maybe they're doing Mother Brain first through this path? I'm not sure. Back to Meridia. Did he not kill Dragon yet? Thought he had. I'm guessing he hasn't, though, if he's going over here. Nope, hasn't. Okay. We missed that. Our mistake. So we get one more microwave shrimp today. And Sky dealing with Aga 2. Now the shrimp is dead. Aga 2 is dead. So Sky can now go take care of Ganon. Ganon tells us he would be a spicy barbacoa burrito. Ganon's a deep thinker, of course. Time for the silver arrows. Couple more and Sky will take down Ganon. And yes, indeed. Ganon is down. A single G in chat for Sky. That is one dead bacon. This guy got rid of the bacon and now has to go get rid of the brain. Ironically, the bacon and the brain is a rejected 1970s cop show. Kidding, of course. But it sounds like it will be a good one, or at least a so bad it's good one. Nice mock ball there. Actually, it was a shine spark ball. Haha, Tharkus wants to save the animals. Don't think that'll happen tonight. I don't think I've seen that happen in SMZ3 for the runner that's in first place. Nito may save the animals if he sees the dot done from Sky, but wouldn't hold my breath. Yes, that's true. It does happen in co-op races, but usually not in 1v1. Ice Beam making quick work of the Metroids here. Guy going down and further into Turian. Nice grouping of the Metroids. Nice kill. And it's about time we met the baby. Do we think Sky's gonna go for the baby glitch? Oh yeah. Ah, doesn't quite get it though. That's fine, we'll just go refill our health. Yes, baby skip. Sorry, I misspoke, Tharkus. It is the baby skip, not the baby glitch. It's the stand-up glitch, the baby skip. Mixed up my words. Energy refill. And now Sky is on their way to go fight Mother Brain. Not doing a Zeb skip. No need. We've got more ammo than we will ever need. So why not? Oh, does skip the Zeb there. Okay. Nice. I spoke too soon. Mother Brain 1. Kill the brain in a jar. Mother Brain 1 is down. Guy into Mother Brain 2. Meanwhile, Nito taking on Moldorm 2. Taking her health, Samus is taking her health down. Guy, good call on that front. In comes the baby. Meanwhile, Nito's taking on Aga 2. Stand up glitch. Nicely done by Sky. Nito took care of Aga 2. It is now going down into Ganon. Hyper Beam acquired. At the expense of the baby. But now Mother Brain 3 can get what she deserves. And that is a dead Mother Brain. Guy will have 3 minutes to get out of Zebus before the whole thing blows apart. Oh no, didn't get the Shine Spark. There we go. Nice spark. The criteria shaft. This guy's gonna make their way out here. Single G to Nito, by the way. And there we go. Sky, first overall for tonight with a time of 3 hours, 28 minutes, 43 seconds. What a race. What a marathon. Correct to Tharkus. GG to Sky. Well done. Wow. We'll see if Sky wants to come in for an interview or not, but what a race. Wow. Nito, meanwhile, finishing up their Mother Brain, or finishing up Turian. For as crazy as this race has been, and for all the trolls that it's posed, Nito is not finishing all that far behind here. What a race. I'm happy to send Guy an invite. I'm just having some trouble doing that. Guy, I see you in the chat. Would you like to come in for an interview? I'm trying to figure that part out, Sky. Sorry, everybody. Nito is trying to finish up. Does anyone know how to add someone to a call? I am blanking on it, and I cannot figure it out in Discord. Haterific getting the stand-up glitch on Mother Brain 3. Very nicely done. Thanks for your patience as we try to get Sky in here. Thanks for your patience as we try to get Sky in here. If I just want to clarify, are you trying to get Sky into the restream? Into the interview? Okay, we've got Nito. Hello, Nito.
Hi. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We're having some trouble getting Sky into the chat, but GG, Nito. That was a very, very difficult seed. Well done.
Usually it helps not to last locate everything and die to bosses. Usually it helps.
That was incredibly difficult. I mean, the Suitless Meridia to get Gravity Suit to then get everything else, and needing Spring Ball from Purple Chest. I mean, it was...
Yeah, 2 seeds in a row. Last hard seed had the same... Last hard seed had Gravity at Watering Hole too, and we had to get it with... I didn't know that it was possible to do Suitless Meridia bootless, so the last hard seed actually forfeited, because I thought I missed the boot somewhere. But no, apparently no. With ice and spring ball and backdoor access, watering holes in logic.
Brutal. And I think Sky is with us. Sky, sorry for the technical issues, but GG. You get it. We got first overall on this brutal seed.
Thanks. Yeah, and I think the issue is on my end. I wasn't in.
Okay.
I wasn't in the Discord server. I think I had to rejoin it for the bot to send me the ping. So.
Makes sense.
Problem solved.
So we were just talking to Nito that Nito, this is his second seed in a row where Gravity Suit was in Watering Hole, and he had to get to it via the back door through ice and Spring Ball. That had to have been one of the most tedious climbs you've had in Meridia.
Yeah, I think that was just like, was it the hard random fast seed like a week ago or something like that? It was in the exact same spot.
I think it was a keys too.
You're right, it was the keys one. Yeah, same exact thing.
Oof. We were in the chat at one point. We had it down to, we knew it either had to be Suitless Meridia or Hammerless Ice. And it turned out, and you went to Meridia first, and then you got stuck and went to the ship. And by time that you got back to Meridia via the Dark World, Nito had finished Ice, and you were going to Meridia at basically the same time. But Nito, I think you were Sky. Maybe you were like a few minutes ahead. Like you were about 15 minutes ahead, and then it maybe got down to like 2 or 3, and it stayed really close the rest of the race. When you were finishing up Mother Brain at the same time that Nito was killing Ganon, so it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy overall with how I played. That one misstep in Meridia, I think, is the biggest time loss I probably had, and I died once or twice trying to leave Lower Norfair, but it was right after the save, so it didn't cost me a ton of time. But
Exactly.
I just missed my jump input to get over the bugs to freeze them and fell in. Not much you can do once you get in there without high jump boots.
That's what I thought would have happened. We thought you kind of soft locked in the sand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Even with high jump boots, it's hard to get out.
It's hard but doable. You have to freeze the bugs and then like get on top of one of them, and then I think you've got just enough room where you might be able to clear to get out. It's still not easy, but without those, you're just stuck. So I had no choice but to reset. But I needed a refill kind of anyway because I only had I think 3 supers at the time, which ended up saving me. I didn't have to refill at the ship before going to Mother Brain. So
You didn't have to charge plasma.
no, I did, but I couldn't get out. I had to reset, and we didn't have hammer, so I had to go back to Kakariko, Dark World, and then all the way back over to the Meridia portal.
Yeah, the beginning of this seed was ammo happy. I mean, y'all had enough super missiles within 15 minutes to kill Ridley. But the progression was much slower to come. And I think Meridia had almost all of it. At least in the end game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
of
pretty
course.
weird.
Yeah. And Morph Ball being vanilla, French vanilla, of course.
Yeah, the seed was kind of, it was ice beam in case you're not good at the deboost.
Yeah.
And you had grapple beam in case you're not good at the CWJ into wrecked ship. But there was nothing you could do about Suitless Meridia.
No, that was...
Yeah. Wreck Ship was in logic pretty early. I mean, you could have gotten there anytime after getting Morph Ball, but it was pretty low loadout the first time through there.
In hard logic, you have a Morph, you have a super pack, you have a PB pack, wreck ships in logic.
Yeah, but I think
It's always in logic.
maybe at the time. 2 tanks and Varia, I think at the time, it would have been doable, but not too much fun.
No.
So I put that off for a little bit.
Well, we were actually wondering when you found, what was it you found you found something in the wrecked ship before Space Jump, or no, right before Fantoon.
Oh,
there
Mitts.
Mitts were there.
Mitts. We were actually talking in the chat about, we thought you might just kill Fantoon and leave. To go to Dark World, because that was your Dark World access.
Mm-hmm. I considered it, but at the same time, there's still so much stuff missing. And as bad as Wreck Ship can be, if there's nothing there, if you have to go back, it's just a big time loss. So I figured I'm there. I've got plenty of ammo. Finding Space Jump was kind of nice. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
You're a reset away from wrecked ship every time, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, Nito, we were thinking this. You made the same call, because you could have also left, but you didn't.
Well, I had done Norfair before, and Red Tower, and X-Ray Hall, and so it had to be in wrecked ship or Croc, but I didn't want to go to Croc because I didn't want to leave anything behind.
I think I'd already done Croc and Norfair by the time I went.
Yeah, you done Croc. You left behind Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
but that was just a big 20.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it obviously wasn't necessary, but I was trying for it, and then I fell first jump, so that was feels bad. But
everyone in the chat agreed with your decision to abandon it because they thought it would just be too much of a time suck to try to get it back from where you fell.
Get what? Sorry.
I fell trying to do Indiana Jones, and then
with grappling
back around. Yeah, I had the grapple, obviously.
And he didn't have speed booster yet, so or space jump or anything. So it was grapple or nothing. to get up
Yeah.
there, and
I
that
got
was it.
Morph, did meme route, checked back a Gauntlet, saw Varia, did 230 Mother Brain back up, got Varia, and then went down Red Tower, did Kraid and Upper Norfair and all that stuff. Croc, and then went up to Wreck Ship. That was pretty much the last thing I had at that point.
I had Croc or Wreck Ship, and I chose Wreck Ship. So,
And you found Titan's Mitts, and you found Space Jump. Of course, we were all kind of laughing at the trolling of Space Jump being in the highest possible location in that area. Missiles in the sky.
Thankfully, Ice makes that not.
it wasn't too bad. I had highest beam, so I could freeze the platforms and not have. Because when they're moving, the wall jump off their face is really awkward. So you just freeze it; it doesn't move, and then the wall jump is easy.
Yeah, it was. It's still annoying, but not nearly as annoying as it is without the ice beam.
Because you have to kind of wall jump in front of it, not on it. It's like you're wall jumping off nothing. It's weird. Anyway.
But nothing compared to the wall jumps you had to do, or the spring ball / ice jumps up the aqueduct later on. So I just wanted to thank you both for giving us an amazing race. Like y'all, that was brutal, but you did it, and you both finished with really great times considering the insanity of this seed. So well done to both of you, GG. And if you're still in the chat, please make sure you follow Sky and Nitorific. They put on these races for us all the time, and we can't thank them enough. Follow our tracker again. Thank you to Kiv5 for being our tracker tonight. That you made our restream possible. Again, my name is Nerdy Shuffle, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday night community race. We will see you next time in Hyrule and Zebus. Good night, everybody.
GG's Nita.